In 1848, a Leeds newspaper reported that gangs of drunken vagabonds were causing mayhem in this area of Holmfirth, and an efficient night watchman was needed to provide protection from what the newspaper called midnight marauders. A large number of cheap lodging houses operated here. They were described as receptacles for all the lewd and desolate characters who came to demoralise the youth of the village. The medical officer in 1848 described Norwich Bottom as Holmfirth's insanitary area. No longer insanitary, today's Norwich Bottom is a perfectly respectable area, and indeed an up-and-coming one, of shops, cafes and offices. However, two cottages at the far end of Norwich Bottom, which have been derelict for many years, were unwelcome reminders of this insanitary past. Locals passing by would glance idly at these cottages and wonder if they might be bought and done up. One such local, a Holmfirth businessman, did more than idly glance at the tumble-down cottages. He saw their potential, bought them, and began planning a truly radical transformation. It's been 80 years or so since these cottages have been lived in. During that time, they have become a spacious pigeon loft. This brick eyesore, built in the gap between the cottages and the Y-bar, must have kept bricklayers busy for weeks at a time. The wall, laboriously built with 4,000 bricks, has to come down. It will be Steve Spooner and his team's first major task in the regeneration project. Plans for a new slaughterhouse were approved to be built on this spot in 1887. Blood and waste from the slaughtering could be conveniently dumped into the river a mere 10 feet away. There was little regard for health and safety in 1887, and the Environment Agency, which oversees water quality today, was a long time coming.
We had the scaffold erected internally to as a working platform to demolish it in a safe way, and also to make sure the building didn't collapse around it. We're taking it, as you see, we're taking it down in stages to not compromise the safety of the structure as well, because on the riverside we've got to be mindful of not dropping any debris into the river. So it's a slow process, but the two lads up there are cleaning all the bricks because we're recycling, because we are going to use them back in the new building when we build it back. It's another good factor really of recycling, isn't it? Obviously you've seen me taking the dumper across to the land that Peter Carr has, so we're storing the bricks on pallets over there. Then what we'll do is when we come back to build it, they'll bring the pallets back round with the clean bricks on and we'll reuse them. The building was full of rubble and the roof when it had collapsed and slate. We've cleaned all that out and taken it across and put it in skips, and that's been taken away. That's the only way we can move things, by using this dumper. So thankfully we have with Peter Carr. Thankfully he's been very good to us, and it's a massive bonus really to this job, really, for storing and also getting rid of rubbish.
The bricks were segregated into those that can be used and those destined for landfill. They are then moved by dumper truck for temporary storage in Peter Carr's yard on Towngate. Slowly, brick by brick, the walls of the abattoir are being taken down. Now that this scaffolding is no longer needed, Steve and his mate Duncan are in a hurry to get it out of the way. Miles, whose project this is, decides to lend a helping hand. He's slowed down his work rate, so he says, not to embarrass Steve. The demolition of the slaughterhouse has opened up a view of Norwich Bottom from across the river. There is just one thing spoiling the view: the trunk of a large tree which has grown out of the river bank. Fortunately, the tree roots have not invaded the cottages. Time to call in a firm of professional tree surgeons. The trunk has been brought down in double quick time Only the stump remains.
Yeah,
That stone there?
yeah, the stone embedded.
That long chisel that
That's the way to do it. I tell you what, go under there.
The stump is bruised and battered, but not yet defeated.
Nice moving. Good bit's moving. If it went like that, it might go over the way, mightn't it?
right near the river as well.
Slowly, reluctantly it succumbs, finally giving way to crowbars, chainsaw, handsaw, angle grinder and excavator. Scaffolding will envelop both buildings. As well as providing walkways for the building and a place to store stone and equipment, the scaffolding provides protection from debris falling onto pedestrians or from polluting the river. Work can now begin on the cottages themselves. Steve treads the top walkway boards to dismantle the chimney. He is rewarded with a splendid view of the centre of Holmfirth. Work on the riverside cottage continues apace. The roofing slates are removed with care, and as with the bricks from the slaughterhouse, they are segregated into those that can and those that cannot be reused. After the slates, the rafters and large roof trusses are removed. The cottage roofs command views of both sides of the river, Towngate and Norwich Bottom. The pigeons have left behind plenty to remember them by. Duncan is on pigeon poo shifting duty. A shovel to bucket to barrow to dump a truck. A chute made from planks is a safe and ingenious way of bringing larger stones to earth. The time has come to bring the mighty roof trusses down using a similar technique.
Blimey.
That's it.
What do you think of that? Hey? Very good.
Incredible. What do you think of that, mate? Incredible.
Tell you what we'll do. I'm going to go down. Right, Dunk? No. Just keep hold of that, will you, Dunk? Will you lash it round that pole now, Duncan? Whichever you want. Go to the top one, yeah. Right, Dunk? Yeah. It's going to go. So. Right, have you got it there? Yeah. It's going to go up there. That's it, go. There you are.
With a few saw cuts, a second giant beam becomes two manageable ones. Well, more or less manageable. The roof of the older of the two cottages is being removed. Duncan and Richard try to ignore the dust from the ancient roof, determined to enjoy the sunshine.
If there's any fall through, don't worry because we'll pick it up.
The cottages are being reduced to a shell under the beady, reproachful eye of an evicted pigeon. All building work creates mess, which has to be cleared away. The pigeons, which have enjoyed many years of peace and quiet, find the scrape of shovel on concrete hard to bear. Steve adds to the dirt and rubble that has fallen from ceilings and roof. The wall separating the two cottages is being demolished with predictable results. A wall which will remain standing to become a feature of the finished building is in need of care and attention. A windy day makes this job even less enticing. Builders often unearth unwelcome surprises, but Steve was ready for this one.
Well, firstly, when we did a test hole last year at the side of this wall down here, I discovered an old stormwater drain. So I knew it was there, and so I was ready for it when I started digging this foundation. So what we had to do is, I had to go down 2 feet below the drain to make sure that I could put a new pipe at the side of it and then concrete around it to maintain that access for water in case anything. It looked dry, but there's always the case, you never know. So I maintain the drain by putting a piece of pipe in and concreting the foundation for this pillar. So that's what we did. The foundation, it is a foot thick with 2 layers of meshing, because this pillar is supporting 3 lots of steelwork, which is one of the main parts of the building. So as you can see, it's quite a sturdy pillar to support the steelwork. Is that okay?
Temporary structures abound. They enable work to be carried out on different levels. The upstairs floor of the riverside cottage has been used as a platform from which to take down the side wall opposite the Y-bar. It can now be dispensed with. Piles of usable stones are growing, and only half of the wall is down. Richard sets about finishing the job. As one platform disappears, another is set up. This will enable new floor joists to be slotted into place.
We've got quite a few in already, Mike. Right, are you alright with this one? Yeah. I'll push you.
Hang on.
Tell me when.
Now.
That's everything we've had. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, this is it. This is heavy one, Dave. Right? Get that bar in.
Oh, crowbar. Down there.
We need to get crowbar, because we're not going to do anything with it.
Once the joists are fitted, they become temporary support for yet another working platform. Now, with the joists in place and the wall down, it is time to deal with the floor. The existing concrete is thin and needs replacing. Expert fingertip control brings the excavator in.
That's how I figured it. I think that'll work all right, will it? Oh, yeah. I think that'll work all right, will it? Oh, yeah.
The existing thin layer of concrete is ripped up to be taken away by Tom and his mate.
Go on, Tom, eat it. Make sure you've got one of your feet, will you? Right, you better open your lungs now, can't you?
A foot or so of earth is to be removed to make way for a new floor, strong enough to support Henry Moore's mother and child, should that heavyweight bronze make an unlikely appearance in the finished gallery. This trench is to be filled with concrete to strengthen the wall nearest to the river. An interesting structure has appeared. It forms a bridge linking the upper floor of the cottages to the landing partway up the flight of steps leading down from Huddersfield Road to Norwich Bottom. This ingenious arrangement of scaffolding, planks and poles will enable 2 heavy steel beams arriving on Huddersfield Road to be manhandled directly onto the upper floors of the cottages.
Yep. Yep.
Right, we're off.
Right, we'll keep going now, can't we? Yeah. Whoa. Right, we're going to lift it now. Ready?
Yep.
Up. Yep. That's it. Hang on. Just turn this plank. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back a bit. Go on. Right. That's it. And next. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Yeah. You right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we are.
This beam will support the new wall to be built above the opening between the cottages and the extension to be built between the cottages and the Y-bar.
I'm about there, due where I want to be. Okay. Yeah, I should do. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Yeah? We're on. What's that like for level? We better check it for level, haven't we? It's alright. It's alright. It's near it to be wrong. Alright, eh? Get that on your film.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Duke.
That's what a black pussy got.
Yeah. We won't get you up yet until we load it. Yeah. But that's alright.
What is this up?
Both cottages are humming with activity. 2 floors vibrating to the sound of cement mixers busily churning away. Much cement is needed for rebuilding walls and relaying the floors. The Riverside Cottage's underfloor has been laid, but there is much to be done in the smaller of the 2 cottages. The floors of both cottages need replacing and levelling up. This means more digging out and carting away. The attractive end wall contrasts with the almost rubble side wall, which has to be reset. Steve's use of plastic sheeting on both floors allows for all-weather working.
Right, we're going to tie this up now. Look at that! Bloody hell! Oh, struggling, Mike. He's struggling. You better put that on YouTube now, Mike.
Meanwhile, a lone joiner is fitting new roof timbers as work on the Riverside Cottage forges ahead. RSGs are beginning to replace the original oak beams.
bad, is it? No. That's it. So if you lifted that to that.
This area of the smaller of the two cottages is in need of serious remedial work and not a little heavy lifting.
Right, come on. Is it Rich? We should be able to get that one there, shouldn't we? 1, 2, 3. That's it, Rich. Go on, get over. Did you film that then?
Yeah. I won't want a bit overlaying now.
Ah, out. Well, I'm going to lay that as a flagstone.
Yeah.
I might as well.
The joiner is making progress. Note the all-important pencil in the mouth. The old drain has been made safe and has a new concrete cover. As the weather deteriorates, Steve's plastic sheeting comes into its own. Protected from the weather, work can continue, repairing walls and preparing for the new floor to be fitted.
Right, there you go. Oh, it's a lot lighter. A lot lighter. They are getting lighter as they get into the bottom pile. Aren't they?
It might be drier.
Yeah. Well, I think you just get
Sturdy planks are being used to fit out the back cottage's upper floor. Manoeuvring these heavy planks is no easy job.
Shoot. Sorry, Joe. Again. Got it. Got it? Yeah. Lovely. Cheers, Jim. It'll go to wall quite soon there, won't it? Yeah. I'll go to the side now. I'll just go up there, Jim. I'll just see what happens.
With an eye to worse weather on the way, Steve is taking advantage of the November sun to nail down his plastic coverings.
It's the album of the week. It's called Fate. The albums have everyday life.
Work continues undercover. Unsafe tops of walls are taken down and made safe, and the inevitable debris removed.
Yeah, do it, yeah.
Well, you're not too brick. You're going to cover it with the screen anyway.
What was that? Give that screen retractable, is it? That screen on that back wall.
Oh, right. Also, you'll see it then.
Cover it all up, isn't it? Like it'll be an electric one.
Yeah.
It's about it. I'll have to run an errand for room.
I got a lift.
Why is it just doing it itself?
Well, is that Richard?
Yes.
Have a drink. What do you want?
I'll have a pint of Beck's, please.
How do you eat? It's not a meal deal.
Says we feel doing
It's a meal deal.
You've been going to Sainsbury's too often, haven't you? That's what it is.
A meal deal. Well, anyway, that's...
Experienced roofers now patrol the roof. Experience is needed in these conditions. An evicted pigeon glances with contempt, unconcerned at the pretend hawk. Protected now by both roofs, work continues through the dark days of winter. It's mid-January 2020. At Riverside, the slow process of insulating between the beams has begun. With the Riverside slates in place, some of the scaffolding can be dispensed with. The cut-back scaffolding reveals a much improved view of the Riverside cottages. The camera-shy builder from Latvia finishes off the cottage's insulation. It feels warmer just gazing up at the roof. Tom and Richard are not wearing face masks because of the pandemic. It's only February 2020. And lockdown has not quite happened yet. The masks are for protection against the pigeon droppings. They are clearing the neighbour's frontage as a gesture of goodwill. As the last spadeful of pigeon poo is gathered in, the weather turns nasty. The building becomes bedraggled and forlorn. The work is confined to indoors, but with gaping holes in all the walls, it's difficult to distinguish between working indoors or out. Fortunately, Tom appears to take the building site banter in good part, as he digs yet another trench, which will be filled with mesh and concrete to support the wall.
square it up top. Yeah. If you don't mind. Are you doing that in slow motion?
February Filldyke lives up to its name, and the river is in spate. Steve checks on its closeness to the building.
2.2 metres from top that stone there.
Right.
So we'll measure it when it goes down.
Yeah.
See what the rise of the river is.
Right.
You can see up there, Mike, it's coming down there, it's fierce, isn't it?
It is.
Steve and Richard are working on the tricky join between the two cottages' roofs, making the most of the winter sun. The riverside cottage becomes more habitable with the windows fitting.
Like I say, I can take some more, I can still take a little bit more if you like, for sure. Right, I'm going to make some bird things.
The stone roof slates are ready for the back cottage. There is a more confident air about the building as it reveals its new face to the world at large. Sadly, the first COVID lockdown is only a week or so away. With sporadic working during the pandemic, a sizable excavation has taken place. The excavation between the cottages and the Y-bar will house a large basement.
Dave, can you just measure length of that hole for me, please? With that orange tape that's on the side, please. Yeah, that's it, yeah, yeah. Go from there, yeah. Just to edge it, dig out, so I'm going to measure board-wise. 1.2.
The excavation has unearthed potential foundation problems. These must be resolved before work on the basement floor can begin. Steve is strengthening the wall which separates the basement from the river. Insulation is vital in a deep basement of this nature. The steel mesh will give the concrete base extra strength. The awkward location of the project at the end of Norwich Bottom is overcome by feeding the ready-mix cement down the narrow steps from Huddersfield Road.
Yeah, go on. Want to get above tip there? Come on, love.
You know, we don't need to do all.
That's it, Charlie. Give us back a shovel, Charlie, maybe. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
I heard it, Mike.
Wet cement shooting out of the pipe is cause for hilarity, if not for the victim.
Pull back.
What's it going now? Yeah.
Steve and his mates are being taught a new skill by the cement mixer man.
Yeah.
Go a bit further up.
This way.
Yeah, yeah,
There.
yeah.
You going, Charlie?
No, go opposite way now where you want.
This one?
Yeah, but pull it opposite way. We'll make it like a wiggly worm.
Well, that looks more like Tony Whitman.
And again. Now when you pull it down here at bottom, that one should go around more and it'll come out, it'll take that X out.
Right. Oh yeah, so you just drag it in.
Yeah, it saves me coming up and down.
Yeah, yeah. Can somebody help me with this? Yeah. Charlie? Yeah.
Push his end towards me or whichever.
If that other end goes up to you?
Yeah, whichever
Okay.
end. As long as you get one end up to me.
Oh, I was going to do the other end, it's alright. Go on then.
I'm making it look hard, boys.
That'll come out in edited first. It's edited, but it's what? Just in that orange bag, I think. Just so we've got enough. I mean, what I'll do is, if we've got a little bit. Yeah, go on, chuck it. Just have it. Ta. Thank you. Yeah, big. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, that.
The cement wall and floor are now ready for the roof. When the basement roof is in place, it will provide a solid base for the upper floors to be built. A previous large beam has come down the steps. This giant is brought in by lorry. It will support the extension floors above the basement.
Nice and slowly down there, Leo. Right. Right, Leo, I'll get some chops for you, Leo. I'll get some chops for you. Go on, lad. Keep going, Lee. That's it.
This technique is the same as that used to move the Stonehenge monoliths across country.
Right, just stand back a bit, Mike.
A new problem receives an ingenious solution.
That pole's bending. That pole's going to be nappy. Mike, you might be your firing line left. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, I'm ready to dart back.
it's not that, it just goes so quickly. That's it, Leo. Hang on, Lee. That's it. Go on, just go on. Right, Leo, you've got it on. Keep it going. That's it. Keep going. That's right, that's it. Keep going down, go on. That's it, steady. Come down here, Charlie. Go on. Come down. Get it down.
The beam has been brought to where it will become the basement's main support for the two-storey extension.
Anyway, it's in now, and I can block and tackle it. Block and tackle. Slide on here. I'll get out.
Middle of December in these trying times at the moment. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be in tier 2 where we can enjoy our Christmas do next week, and I'll be treating these lads to a beer for all the work they've done on this job for me. We're just on with digging some stanchion bases at the moment for the steel work for the front of the gallery area. So hopefully by the end of this week we'll be ready for steel work.
Right, this is what we're digging this out for the steel for the balcony to go in. We're smashing the concrete that we've already put in for ready for steels, basically, and that's that.
It's not been a bad winter so far, so luckily we've been alright to work every day and stay dry and not too cold, so hopefully it stays like this and ready for New Year. We're cracking on quite a bit.
The basement roof is now in place. It will provide a solid base on which the upper 2 floors will be built. A shanty town comes to Holmfirth. The shack-like structure is weatherproofing, hiding and protecting the building of the toilet block. The 2 steel uprights are the first signs of what may well be the defining feature of the building: steel balconies cantilevered over the river. Steve recounts the excavation during lockdown.
Well, we started digging this out last May, and it was in lockdown, and it played a big advantage to us really, because when I was digging out I was able to get the dumper and round to Peter Carr's where I was tipping it without any hassle from the traffic really, so that played a big part in digging it out.
The steel beams to support the overhanging balconies are being delivered.
Yeah, cable.
This larger steel, to support the extension's upper floor, presents more of a problem.
These are 14 foot. No, just thinking of depth. Oh, sorry. Well, I think we've got there, that now. Not that now. Buddy. That's the junior attention.
Scaffolding, planks, poles, breeze blocks and smaller steels are utilised to help manoeuvre the 15-foot 1-ton girder into place.
What do you think? That's neat. And again, what do you think? Right, hold this girder out now. That is hellfire. So lots of light on it for exactly all of it.
Steve lifts his hard hat. This can mean many things. Here it signifies relief that a tricky problem has been solved. The balcony's steel framework is now apparent. Inside, not so dramatic, but just as important work continues.
You can always warm them back. You can warm them back anyway.
An even larger steel is delivered. Although bigger and heavier, it is more easily dropped into place without having to be coaxed into twisting and turning. The amount of steel used in the extension, and indeed in the building as a whole, is surprising. The crane operator is called upon to manoeuvre steels within the extension building. No sooner is one in place than another is on its way. Spot on again. The corner is about to be joined up.
Down a bit.
In the ground floor, work is also progressing.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to turn it up? Up? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Fitting the steel steps down to the basement is proving something of a three-dimensional puzzle.
That's it, lad. A bit more. A bit more. That's it, look. Got it. Right. So if I go down now, I'll put it against that wall.
Steve's lifting his hard hat.
To be fair, do you want somebody else down there? You have to lift that. No, that's
Time to
fine.
read the
Whatever
manual,
there,
perhaps. Then, puzzle over, it all starts to make sense.
Right. Sit hard. You two got hold of it, Rog. I'll just go that way a little bit with it. Yeah, a bit more. Like that.
From underground to overground. This steel beam, which will front the top of the glass building and support the roof, is being lifted into place by block and tackle.
No, it's fine. All right. I'll speak to you soon. Well,
Right.
Does this hat lift mean success or relief? The beam finally yields to the trusted scaffold pole and plank technique. This technique makes the beam more responsive to touch. Another piece is added to the structural jigsaw puzzle. At floor level, the riverside wall has been punctured in 3 places. This will allow for an ingenious locking together of the steel support for the lower cantilevered balcony. Locking the steels together gives greater strength and stability to their important supporting structure.
Oh, it's alright, isn't it? I mean, it went straight back. Well, it's got to fit on, but it doesn't matter. It looks alright, isn't it? Yeah.
The crane is back again, this time bringing with it the steel-framed windows. It's a delicate job manoeuvring the window frame down a narrow passage at the side of the extension.
To front, to front. To get it through on and I can push it that way. Yes, to front, all the time to front like that. You push us on it. And slide it on pipe, don't worry. Or...
Do you want me to tie a rope?
If I put it down to you, you go in a bit and hold the bottom just on.
That's it.
On the bottom. It will be more.
Hang on.
Slide it on the slide on fire. Okay, go in.
You got it?
After something of a struggle, the window frame is carefully manoeuvred into place.
Can I put these back now, pal?
Yeah, you can go.
Even greater care is needed with the large glass piece. Miles is on hand to witness this important moment. Although the basic building work is not yet complete, Holmfirth has a new and exciting facade beginning to emerge on the river bank. Building the ceiling for the ground floor and flooring for the first floor can now be begun. Even before the ground floor ceiling is complete, Steve erects the scaffolding to support work on the upper floor ceiling and roof. The crane is here for almost the last time, bringing with it the steel beams for the roof of the extension.
plan, you make that plan out first. You can have plan first. Yeah. Hang on. So just steady it.
Decent sized rollers are used to position this giant beam.
Okay.
Just go matching on that.
Just take it down.
After scratching.
Yeah? Yeah. Loads.
Did you put that in the freezer last night? That's for a level.
Right. Okay, frozen. Are you ready, you lads? Yeah. Okay?
Hang on.
Oh, well. Right. If I steady this head, you right going down there?
Two more at this end. You bolt it there.
Okay? No?
Yeah, towards.
Yeah, I've just talked to others. Play music. And then when you did an hour, fucking get on.
As soon as one beam is in place, another is on its way.
Right, just watch yourself. Can I just come to your side because it's going to push me off. Alright? Yeah. Alright. You right, Steve? Yeah. Right? The chop on your side.
Now that the steel structure for the roof of the extension is in place, the joiners are once more required. Steve says that his plastic covering is not to stop people looking in, but to protect the glass from the building work. From cleaning floors, Tom has moved up to cleaning windows. The roof will house a large heat pump and in time a roof garden. The complicated electrical work has begun. Richard has lost count of the meters of cable he has already used.
There, Rich. There you are, Rich. Look at that. Like a glove. Well, let's hang on first. She's got to get it screwed up first.
When Steve is not helping Richard with the electrical wiring, he's working to level out the different floors to allow a seamless passageway between the two cottages and the extension. Up on the roof, Steve explains the heat pump.
Installed an air source heat pump. Firstly because gas boilers are going to be phased out in the future.
So this is very efficient and green energy. So it takes the cold air, or takes air in and converts it into energy. So we've got it to heat for the heating, for underfloor heating, and the hot water for the building. So it needs electric to start, but once it's kicked in, it runs itself. The underfloor heating's working really well. So, but the thing is, I suppose, until you get people in there, because obviously body heat and such, yeah, you're not going to really balance it out until you've had people in. Really.
Steve tracks the heat pump's output from roof to cellar.
Sorry, the air source heat pump's on the roof, and then this warms your water. Now you've got a hot water tank, then a buffer tank for the underfloor heating, which keeps obviously temperature-wise whatever temperature you set on here, and the thermostats in the rooms above. You can keep a controlled temperature in the building. Then it's a lovely. It's been done really nicely, as you can see. Everything's very neat. No solder on these. What they do is like a compression. It's a compression fitting, and there's a tool that squeezes it together, so you don't need any solder. So, which is looks like to me a very neat job. As you can see, these are the expansion vessels on both tanks there for the system. This water here, for the brewery, they specify the water has to be filtered. So we've got a filter there, and we've got a filter there as well. So it's doubly filtered, the water. So it's something to do with the fluoride in the water. So, and these boards here, then for all the breaker systems. So there'll be a breaker for the main building, a breaker for the brewery, and a breaker for the underfloor heating, and all what goes with this air source heat pump. The reason we're doing that is because if one goes down, it won't affect the rest of the building, which we need to keep going. And as you can see, all these wires here, different colours. That's for lighting, sockets and what have you. That's the data cabling for the CCTV, all the telephones, such, and then that is the fire. That's for your fire system, your fire alarms, your smoke detectors, and what have you throughout the building.
Pointing is on the day's menu, with Richard up a ladder and Brooke and her friend at the service entrance.
Well, it's outside a pub.
Steve's back in the cellar at what is an unusual micro-brewery.
This is a hot liquor tank. When the products discharge from the tanks upstairs, which is the mash tanks, where all the hops and other products are put in, once that's mashed up, it's transferred into this, what's called the hot liquor, where it's boiled at a high temperature, then left, and then once cooled down, it's transferred then into these, what's called the fermentation vessel, which is left for about 4 to 6 days to ferment, and then it's transferred into barrels, 9 litre barrels, and then it goes into there's going to be a store built there, and then it'll be kept in a cold store. Then from there it'll be discharged into the bar area upstairs. So also these are going to be used for what's called kombucha. It's a fermented tea drink. It's supposed to be a biotic drink, good for your stomachs.
Is it alcoholic?
No, it's not. No, but it's good for the gut. It seems quite popular at the moment. It's very popular in America. So these are going to be used for that same process as well. You don't have to boil it, but it has to ferment. I don't know what the fermented time is, but it can be used for the same product, same sort of process. And again, that is put in then into a room at 4 degrees is slightly colder to be, sorry, cooler temperature to be kept. The bar cellar is usually kept to about 11 degrees. So there's going to be like a small compartment at the end of that cold room, which can be kept slightly cooler than the main one for the bar area.
Progress is being made with the balconies. What's that strange object on top of the building, Steve?
Well, that's the filter system for the extraction for the kitchen. It was specified by Kirklees Council, so it was designed by a firm which specialises in that sort of equipment, and so that's why it looks like a funny cylindrical sort of unit. But I mean, that's what we've got to have, and that's what we've had made and installed. Which I know it looks unusual around Holmfirth, but you can say that about a lot of if you look at a lot of the places that do foods and what have you, they've all got chimneys and what have you, all shapes and forms, haven't they? And then there's a door that you can open, and then take the filters out and change them and clean them. It's for the kitchen. It's obviously a preparation of food and whatever happens down here. It has to go, and then it filters anything, or if there's anything nasty. But the idea is to not really cook anything that's with fat content in, because a lot of places have problems with fire, with the fat build up inside the flues, and that's where you get your fires from the fat running back down and igniting.
All the lower balcony steels are now in place, ready for railings and stone-flagged flooring. Richard is working on a complicated kitchen setup. The kitchen and toilets are both being worked on by Richard the electrician and Des the plumber. This counter is made from the old roof beams. The May sunlight and the church bells seem to herald a happy outcome for this ambitious project. Steve tries out the newly fitted stone flags. The joiners, who have been everywhere in the building, are now working on the toilet fittings. This piano has to be taken upstairs. They're using the service stairway so as not to damage the main staircase. Unfortunately, the service stairs are narrow, which means that only 2 builders can lift the piano at any one time.
1, 2, 3. You still all right? 1. You alright still?
Yeah. Need to strain it up so I can
Hang on.
hold of it. You know, that's on my shoulder.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Not bad, eh? Have a rest. Jesus Christ. Are you alright, Steve?
Steve leads by example, but this is a tough one. All three are unused to furniture removals.
4 steps to go. What we'll do, I'll get onto there. Are you alright? Have you got it? I'll just... You got to what?
Have a look at my contract.
Yeah.
I don't think this is included in T's and C's.
I need a breather after this one. I'm going to put it on there because it won't mark floor. Okay.
Then what I'm going to do, get bogey up.
That was heavy. Having to lift. I'm out of breath. So if I do the same again.
We changed his mind about piano, we don't want it upstairs.
All you can do is just chuck it in the river. Let's chuck it on the balcony. I'm not taking this down. That's it.
Now, slow motion.
And do you know something? We didn't swear.
No, you didn't.
If Richard had been here, every second word would have been F. He'd have grabbed it himself and ragged it up. Right, lads, ready? Hang on. I'll get me get some things first. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, God.
There we are. Spot on. Thanks, Richard.
You got a trolley?
Yeah, it's downstairs, Richard. Well, that, eh? Play it again, Sam.
Finally, another hat-raising job has been successfully completed. Ted and Brooke are road testing both the kitchen itself and their low-fat menus.
Yeah.
Then we have to make bread buns first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything seems to be working okay. Well, nearly everything. A gap has been filled in Holmfirth's riverside setting. Finally open for business.
You've been on it?
One of those taps. Oh, that one is, yeah. Oh, really? It's been all like
What's the food like?
The food is amazing. It's
Opening night is going well.
Well, when somebody sort of, Hey, Will, cheer.
When Miles bought the cottages, no mention of them could be discovered in records held by the local authority or utility provider or the post office. They were nowhere to be found, hence the name.
one of those taps. Oh, that one is, yeah. Oh, that one is, yeah. Oh, really? It's been all like that.